I got two phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I got two phones, one for the bitches and one for the dough. Think I need two more. Line popping, I'm ring, ring, ringing. Count money while it ring, ring, ringing. Trap jumping, I'm ring, ring, ringing. I got two phones, one for the plug and one for the load. I got two phones, one for the bitches and one for the dough.
What up, Cooper Nation? I'm mulatosly, and welcome to the Sly Cooper channel. As you all know, I make Sly Cooper videos for all types of Sly Cooper fans. Now, if you are a Sly Cooper fan of any level, make sure you leave your own thoughts and ideas in the comments down below about this topic. Now, first of all, who is Penelope? Let me just give you a brief summary. Basically, Penelope was a chick that Sly and the gang recruited in order to get in the Cooper Vault. Now, Sly 3 was my second favorite game. My first game is still Sly 2 because of the plot. But taking the plot out of the way, Sly 3 brought a whole new experience to the table. That one being the extended roster of characters and the visuals. Now the smoke bomb and everything was all better in Sly 3, but returning into the roster. This was a feature that at first I kind of disliked because I was not expecting the idea of Sly having more members apart from Bentley and Murray. Even the entire Cooper Nation before this didn't add that many members. It was basically only the ancestors and, in Connor's case, McSweeney and Dr. M. But in this specifically scenario, we were introduced to Guru, Penelope, Panda King, and Dimitri, two villains that joined us and two new characters introduced. Now, Penelope was one of these characters. Now, at first, Bentley meets this character online because he was looking for someone who had basically the same or similar set of skills as Bentley in order to get in the Cooper Vault. Because, as you all know, Bentley's bombs weren't enough in order to get inside. Now, with this, they met Penelope. Now, Penelope at first is working for this character called the Black Baron. Are you with me now? I think you all know this story, but still. Black Baron is Penelope. Plot twist, spoilers if you didn't play the games. That's for my girlfriend because she didn't arrive at that point, I guess. But anyway, Black Baron, Penelope, all good. She explains that she wanted to enter a competition, she had to disguise herself because of age or anything. Then she won and people started recognizing Black Baron and she uses the disguise more often. Blah blah blah, you all know the drill. Penelope joined the gang. Penelope had a crush on Sly, but as time goes on, she decided that she likes Bentley better because Bentley saved her, pretty much. It was Bentley's skills that helped her, not Sly's. Bentley's. All Bentley right here. Team Bentley. But anyway, keep moving forward into the story. Penelope liked Bentley. Penelope battled Lefree on the boat and helped. Now, Sly 3 was a pain in the butt, especially at the end, because Penelope is now Bentley's girlfriend and they're both working to make a Cooper Vault again, pretty much. But Sly 4 comes in, good old Sanzaro games, and what they decide to do? Penelope mysteriously vanishes and basically Bentley's blueprints are stolen. Wow, guess what happens? Penelope turned evil. Now, I read an interview. That sounds awful. I watched an interview and read some comments on stuff, and I discovered that I even mentioned this in a top 5 random facts. Penelope was not meant to be the villain. It was supposed to be a mole guy, some random guy, I don't know, that was working for Paradox. But instead of that, Sanzaro Games decided to use Penelope. Now, what are my personal thoughts on this? At first I was very gutted and frustrated and pissed, but now that time goes on and whatnot, I kind of feel like this was kind of convenience to the plot, but at the same time I kind of disliked because of the reasons. And the reason was the following. were too concentrated on honorable thief crap, we could be rich. That's pretty much what she states in this cutscene. That's pretty much what she states. She decided to sell weapons, make a whole bunch of money on selling weapons instead of helping Sly and the gang, or even staying up for his boyfriend. She was playing the role as Dr. Amir because she was feeling underappreciated and thought that Bentley was getting underappreciated. In Sly 3, Penelope had kind of the same conversation with Bentley, where Bentley's kind of jealous of Sly because Penelope is in crush with Sly. But then Penelope gives this pep talk and she's like, "No, Bentley, don't be sad. You're a good guy. You have this and Sly doesn't." And the plot goes on and goes on and goes on. But let's focus on the real question. Is Penelope redeemable? Now, on Amino, I did this straw poll. As you can see by the screen, 81% of you guys said yes, Penelope is redeemable, while only 19% said no. Now, it was 42 people voting, including myself, and I'm going to save my answer for the end, and I'm going to say why. Now, as you can see, 81 people say yes, Penelope is redeemable in your eyes. I even got here some comments that I found interesting. Random guy said, "I believe she's redeemable." Jesse said, "This might sound nuts, but I'll give anything for her to redeem. This just basically, we missed something." And I agree with her. Something is missing. There's a piece that is missing. Unknown said, "I believe she can redeem herself, but considering her escape from prison and the mysterious surrounding her character, now from the end of Sly 4, something tells me she'll be playing the bad guy role for a little while." Okay. That's kind of sad, but I get your point. I kind of understand that, and it actually makes sense what you're saying here. She escaping prison. But there's one little question that I want to address. Why is she sending postcards to Bentley then? She thinks Bentley is getting manipulated and is brainwashed by nonsense. Then why is she sending him these messages? Maybe it's because she wants him to join her still? I'm not even entirely sure. But the comments that made me wonder was this big ass comment by CTR. She absolutely can, but it's really tough when her whole betrayal was super unnecessary. That's what I just said a while ago. It was so unnecessary, like the reason was so random. Extremely weak and nonsensical. It flat out ignored her character from the third game. I know, right? There are ways to do it, but unfortunately in the entire narrative it looks terrible. But if it's done well, at least only the fourth game could be an outliner. Completely silly idea. She's not Penelope, somebody in disguise. I don't know, magic? Because it exists in Sly universe. Does it make sense? Yes, and heck no. But my goodness, you gotta fix this somehow. I'm not gonna lie, this guy just made my entire conclusion. Everything I was going to say, this guy just said it right here in this big ass comment. So you shout out to you, man. You shout out. All credit for this part right here. You did it. Now, Vitya and Vivi made a video which is Dark Sly and the possibility of a plot for Dark Sly. Basically, a Sly guy, basically a clone of Sly, but filled with dark magic. A doppelganger. Now, I'm not sure if Sanzaro Games were actually planning on making this Penelope evil because of a doppelganger, but it is a fun idea to explore, because look at this picture. How can this little girl turn into this monstrosity? I don't even know, but she looks so different from the first game. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, guys, this was the video for today's Friday. Make sure you leave your own thoughts and ideas in the comments down below. And click the I, because I want to make a brand new video. I'm going to bring you an extra video this Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And as always, thanks for watching.
You picking up on what I'm throwing down? Peace out.